Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
Single best idea. What a week. The highlight was the last thing we did. We went to New Orleans, and Vanessa Perdomo, on site for Bloomberg in Radio Row, interviewed Joe Montana. She's like, lights out. It's her 6th Super Bowl. I looked around our studios and I said, let's count the Super Bowls. Sweeney went to one a million years ago. I brought up Max McGee and Super Bowl one. Thank you, Vanessa Perdomo, for joining us at your 6th Super Bowl in New Orleans. We had a Super Bowl today. We do it 12 times a year, Jobs Day. What a set of guests. Claudia Sam, thank you so much for spearheading all of our coverage, but right from the beginning with Jim Bianco and Priya Misra, just a wonderful, wonderful set of conversations on economics, finance, investment, and a little bit of international relations today. Ellen Zenter joined us, and we talked to Ellen Zentner about this labor economy, but something new, the stock market up, the wealth effect.
We have created a tremendous amount of wealth. And so, one, are we spending the same amount out of that wealth that we normally do? It's just wealth is that high. That is one possibility. Or is this still some lingering effects of COVID, which taught us we're all going to die tomorrow? And so right. Spend it if you got it.
Interesting.
So is it that the marginal propensity to consume, that's a great economist term, yep. Tom, you like that. Marginal propensity to consume out of wealth may just be higher. And so does that fade the further we get away from COVID, the further it's in the rearview mirror, or does it just stay that high because now we've had some structural shift?
Have you seen research on this? I mean, you're in a cat's bird seat to see research on this.
We have done this research.
What do you see then? To me, it's an unspoken huge deal. Am I wrong?
Yeah. So what I see, what I believe I see in the numbers is that it's just the amount of wealth that has been created has just been that large. I think that we're in the midst of seeing, the data is quite lagged on this, that the marginal propensity to consume out of wealth is returning back to normal, but that the wealth we've created is just that high.
That was brilliant. A cardinal rule, when there's an algebraic function and one of the coefficients has 3 letters, MPC, just move on to the next page. That's my rule on economic algebra. That was brilliant. Ellen Zentner there on the marginal propensity to consume and the idea of the wealth effect. I think this is going to be a huge story into 2025 if this bull market continues. We talked to Anna Wong, without question, the leading market economist around the world, huge influence on job, labor, economics, if you will. Anna Wong of Bloomberg Economics, today on the key revision statistic.
Yes, I was quite surprised that by how small they are. So in the benchmark period that covers April 2023 to March of 2024, we only saw 589,000 downward revision. We had expected closer to 700,000. And I think part of it is because I think that BLS still has not entirely updated the birth and death projection. So in the second half of 2024, we had expected about 200,000 revisions, but instead of a total downward revision, we actually see a cumulative positive revision, all of which almost came from December of last year. So I think my bottom line is that, number one, BLS has not completed the updates on lowering the birth and death projections. And second, there is a real improvement towards the end of last year, particularly in December, in terms of job growth. And I think it's possible that the labor market is in a mist of stabilizing right now.
Anna Wong of Bloomberg Economics. And once again, the market looks forward and tries to anticipate with the market's wonderful bid and ask sensibility, and maybe a constructive January had something to do with that healing labor market that Dr. Wong talked about. Chiefs or Eagles? I don't really have a strong opinion. I mean, I think everyone knows I'm not expert in any way, shape, or form. But we thank Vanessa down in New Orleans for her help today. On the commute across America, thank you for being with us. On YouTube as well, subscribe. to Bloomberg Podcasts and out at the growing each and every day YouTube podcasts. This is Single Best Idea.